Clean out aging. Here is a question for me. While you have guided us on cleaning out, I hoped that you would teach us on how to keep young and youthful. How do we do that? I heard you. An interesting question, isn't it? Not to worry, we'll answer it together, but in the meantime, let's welcome our lovely and amazing listeners to another of the Hope Ignites Healing podcast with your host, Dr. Lilian Kalisa. This is a space we speak everything holistic health and healing, and we are in the season this year where we're talking clean out. We are cleaning out our minds, our bodies, and our spaces for holistic health and especially for finding healing. So this week, we are continuing on the series where we are answering your questions. Thank you so much for keeping them coming because it's keeping me here. Otherwise, I would have signed off a while ago. So this week, someone is asking, while I have guided on cleaning out, which I have done for sure, this person hoped that I would teach on how to keep young and youthful. And this is what I hear from her question. Cleaning out aging, isn't it? Now, I'll tell you that while complete reversal of what our bodies have transformed into over time may not be possible scientifically, I believe that slowing down and potentially reversing certain effects that come from aging is worth discussing, and that will be the scope of this podcast. But for a moment, allow me to tell you this disclaimer. I want you, my listener, the one who asked the question, and anybody else on here, please consult with your healthcare professional before making significant lifestyle changes or considering anything of medical intervention that relates to aging, because we're talking about biological processes. Okay? We're together on that? Fine. As usual, I will start at story time. Now, I'll tell you, I met a while ago, not recently, an amazing, well-grade 87-year-old lady. So this question actually took me back to that story. My lovely lady was 87 years old. She was full of so much joy and reported not having a need to see a doctor, except that she had been encouraged to have a primary physician and regular health checks. Imagine, at 87, that's when the encouragement was coming in. I'll tell you, true to it, these lovely ladies, with all her exhaustive medicals that were done, were similar to a 20-year-old, including her BPs, that is blood pressures, by the way. They were right almost at 120/60. I kid you not. Anyhow, once, on following her for a few days, I got the courage to ask her this question, knowing that I will use it to teach myself and teach someone someday. I asked her, "Mom, how do you do it? How did you age just by numbers? And what you hold internally is so fine," was my innocent question to my patient. And guess what her response was? She said, "I just live life with grace. I rest my body and I am intentional on not stressing in life." She further went on to say gracefully, I'll tell you, amazingly beautiful. Her head is all grayed, but she speaks with such grace, such eloquence. Oh my God, I just fell in love with her. Anyhow, she continued to say, "I also serve a lot at my church. It gives me an opportunity to give of myself, and it keeps me feeling young." Wow. So these were her threes in her arsenal. She just lives with grace, she rests her body, and she's intentional on not stressing in life, and she serves her community. Isn't that amazing? Now here is my lesson from my lady's story. It's a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. She said, "Beautiful young people are accidents of nature, but beautiful old people are works of art." Isn't that beautiful? I'll repeat that for you. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "Beautiful young people are accidents of nature, but beautiful old people are works of art." Now let's go on to understand aging. Now, I will quote my description from the NIH, that is the National Institute of Health, that reports that aging is the progressive accumulation of changes with time that are associated with or are responsible for the ever-increasing susceptibility to disease and death that accompanies advancing age. Now, I'll tell you that aging is a natural and complex process that affects our bodies both externally, that is physically, and internally, which is biologically. And briefly to mention, the external changes that we see with aging are things like skin wrinkling, hair graying and thinning nails, muscles becoming weak, joints stiffening, our vision and hearing reducing, impaired vision, that is, maybe things like presbyopia, whereby there is difficulty focusing on close objects, hearing loss, and then our body generally slowing down, that is, uncontrolled weight gain and central obesity. And internally, that is biologically, we have less flexible blood vessels that are prone to heart disease and high blood pressure. Then our respiratory system is prone to infections because the lungs don't expand as they should. Reduced bone density, so we have things like frequent fractures and osteoporosis. Then hormones, female and male, reduced reproductive hormones, then the immune system weakening, the list goes on. We have things like the GIT, that is the gut, slowing down, and we have more constipation, irritable bowel disease. Then the nervous functioning, we have reduction in the growth of neurons and damaging of them. So we have issues with memory, attention, cognition, and the list goes on. But I'll tell you, lifestyle choices and of course whole health that I teach so passionately can influence the rate and severity of the changes that I just described. And I'm here to tell you how. Therein lies the response to the question that my listener asked. We are cleaning out aging, aren't we? It's important to understand the cause and use the cause to address the reversal if possible. The main cause is through oxidative damage. And what does it mean? This results from a variety of chemical agents that are a byproduct of our normal metabolism in the cells, and as well the exposure to ionizing radiation. These are the main two ways. I'll tell you that this is a major theory, that is oxidative damage, that has been attributed as a cause for aging. So we have extra free oxygen radicals in the body that cause damage to cells, and they're being produced naturally as our bodies metabolize whatever it is that we are putting into our bodies. Aging is inevitable. Each one of us advances in age, not so? And yet, when you adapt to a healthy lifestyle, it can help mitigate some of the effects and mainly promote the overall well-being that comes with age. No wonder I am talking about cleaning out aging. Let's delve in and see what you and I can do to reverse these damages. 1. By choosing a healthy diet. It's important to choose a balanced diet that's rich in antioxidants, since I told you oxidants are the major cause of aging and cell damage. So a diet that's rich in them, in vitamins and in minerals, these help to heal the body. Refer to a podcast that I made on fasting. You remember? I think there were quite 2 podcasts. Please go back, look at them step by step. I showed you how your body can naturally heal and remove these oxidative states by fasting. 2, orally, you can supplement with foods that are rich in those things that repair your body and reduce aging. For the skin, the nerves, the bones and the joints, things like retinol, collagen, and antioxidant supplements. We're at 3, exercise. I'll tell you that regular physical activity can slow down the aging process and maintain vitality. In the process, you're releasing the feel-good hormones. You're releasing everything good that your body needs to nourish and heal itself. And 4, stress management. Did I tell you, my listeners, how I hate stress? I promise I hate stress. I'll tell you that the role of quality sleep and stress management and reduction in the aging process enables you to age gracefully. The body repairs very well as we sleep and rest. Again, refer to podcasts that I made on cleaning out stress. These will help you understand how do I clean out stress, and in the process, I am reversing the effects of aging. And 5, self-care, having the overall promotion of well-being, like I've described a number of times, enables us to practice those self-care routines, things like meditation, silence, body stretches and yoga, vitalizing your body. These things enable us to repair the body, for the body goes into a safe space where it can listen to itself, nurture itself, and heal itself. Self-care and beauty, I'm talking about addition to your self-care routine, skincare. So products that have things like sunscreen, retinoids. Retinoids are derived from vitamin A that enable cell growth. Vitamin C and niacinamide, these help with skin hydration and reduction of moisture loss to your body. We are talking about hyaluronic acid, which helps with skin's stretch and flexibility as an addition to your self-care skin routine. Addition of peptides, these are skin's amino acids that still enable skin growth and cell growth, to mention but a few. And lastly, on this anti-aging list, I'll mention water, and some more water. You will have to have water in your arsenal like I do. Sip on your water every day and make it your best friend, and you will kick out the effects of aging. Of course, I will mention there are other modalities that have come up with a great stretch of science. Emerging technologies and research have shown anti-aging through stem cell therapy, genetics and genetic engineering, longevity research, to mention but a few. That is out of the scope of this podcast. So I want to encourage you, my listeners, and the one that asked this question especially, to adopt a holistic approach to aging. To age gracefully rather than seeking a quick fix to already made errors in your lifestyle. You can start today. But with all that I've taught, our minds are now waiting for us to tell them what to do. I'll help you this week as we clean out aging, affirm your body, just like this. Join me. I am beautiful and I am happy with who I am inside and out. My age does not define me. I am a unique individual with a lot to offer the world. My body is strong and powerful. I take care of myself so that I can age gracefully. I am proud of my age and all that comes with it, and I am proud of my accomplishments. I am wise and powerful. I welcome the wisdom my years have brought to me. I prioritize my joy with grace, living a whole life. I am able to take care of me holistically, and I start today to nourish my emotions, care for my body and my spirit. As we finish, remember, beautiful young people are accidents of nature, but beautiful old people are works of art, says Eleanor Roosevelt. I'm so proud to be able to answer your questions. They're so amazing, so many. I might not finish to answer them all, but I will bulk them up and I'll be able to share some few more. So I'm proud to be your host, Dr. Lillian Kalisa, here to add the glow to medicine and above all, to empower you to live a whole life through chasing after holistic health. I'll see you next week as we answer more of your questions. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.